Hey y'all, what's up? In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 playoff games of the 2022 playoffs. There were a lot of fun games this past playoffs. There were a lot of brilliant performances. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. If you enjoy videos like this, comment, and yeah, let's get right into it. Number 5, Celtics Nets Game 1. This game was supposed to be the start of a long and exciting playoff series, and while all 4 games were close, it was, exciting. Obviously it ended in a sweep, but this game was very fun to watch. It was very fun to watch Kyrie go off. Kyrie had 39 points with 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. He was fantastic. KD was not. He was trash the whole series, but Kyrie was great. Tatum had 31 points and 8 assists. Brown, Horford, and Smart all played well too. It was a close game though. The Celtics had a lead as big as 15, but that evaporated pretty quickly. Most of the game was very close. It looked like the Nets were going to pull away a little bit a few times near the end, but the Celtics struck back every time. Kyrie hit a 3 with 46 seconds left to put the Nets up 3, 114 and 111, but then Jaylen Brown hit a layup to cut it to 1, and then of course Tatum with a game-winning layup at the buzzer. Celtics won it 115-114. It was a fun game to watch. The two teams, fun to watch the great individual performances, because as I said before, a lot of guys in the Celtics had great individual games. And yeah. Number 4, Grizzlies Warriors Game 2. It is always a great game when the Grizzlies play the Warriors. Going back to the game before the play-in game last year, then the play-in game, and then all the games this season, most of them were pretty close. And then we got a playoff series this year. The first 2 games were close, and of course Ja got injured in game 3. But even game 5 without him, the Grizzlies blew the Warriors out, because the Grizzlies are a great team without him. And then game 6 was close too. And so these two teams are very evenly matched, and it's always fun when they play each other. And Ja always lights the Warriors up whenever they play. They cannot stop him at all. He had 47, 8, and 8 this game, just destroying them in the paint. He also had 5 threes because the Warriors love to leave him wide open, and he makes them pay a decent amount of time. They needed every single one of his points too. The rest of the team scored 56 points combined. Ja had 47. Steph had 27 because this was a close game. It was a 1-point game heading to the 4th quarter. It was close in the 4th quarter all the way through, no more than like a 2-possession game at a time. And Ja Morant scored the Grizzlies' last 15 points of the game with like 4 minutes left until the end. Ja went 2007 LeBron mode against Detroit and scored the last 15 points of the game. That's what you call closing out a game. That was fantastic. Grizzlies won 106-101 to tie the series. That was a very fun game to watch. Number 3, Warriors Celtics Game 4. Obviously, Game 4 of a 2-1 series is always crucial. Historically, it's pretty unlikely for a team to win the series after being down 3-1. So at that point, it was a must-win for the Warriors. The thing is, though, only one player on their team decided to show up for the first 3 games. That was, of course, Steph Curry. And then in Game 4, he went even crazier than he'd already been playing, dropping 43 points, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds. He was fantastic. He made important shot after important shot. The game was close all the way through. Whenever Boston seemed to maybe take a 2-possession lead, it seemed like it was always him to go cut it back to 1 possession. Tatum had 23 points, Brown had 21, Smart had 18. They were all inefficient though. And towards the end of that game, the Celtics offense just turned into miss 3 after miss 3. Speaking of threes, Klay Thompson hit a huge 3 late despite him struggling for most of the game. And shout out Andrew Wiggins for 17 points and 16 rebounds, along with locking up Jason Tatum. It was fantastic to see Andrew Wiggins ball out on the biggest stage. The Warriors as a team were able to close this one out late. They won 107-97. Number 2, Celtics Bucks Game 6. Game 6, one team's trying to advance, the other one's trying to stave off elimination with their season on the line, and both superstars played sensational. Giannis had 44, 20, and 6, and Tatum had 46, 9, and 4. The thing about Tatum though, whenever the Celtics needed a big bucket, he got it for them because they were in control for most of this game. Their biggest lead was 18, but the Bucks made several runs to get it close thanks to Giannis. Connaughton hit some big shots. Holiday hit some big shots. But whenever the momentum started going Milwaukee's way because they were at home, it was always Tatum that hit the shot to quiet the crowd periodically. This was a very fun game to watch. It wasn't as close start to finish as the other games on this list, but watching two guys drop 40, it's quite fun to watch. The Celtics won 108-95 and ended up forcing Game 7. Number 1, Heat Celtics Game 6. Heat Celtics Game 6 is very similar to Bucks Celtics Game 6 in a lot of ways, except this time it was the Heat that were in the Celtics situation. Miami was down 3-2 in Boston, and Jimmy Butler put on a terrific performance to force Game 7. Jimmy Butler dropped 47, 8, and 9 along with 4 steals. When Jimmy Butler has it going, it is so fun to watch. He doesn't even need to shoot threes, even though he made 4 in this game. He can just get to the paint so easily, mid-range shots, and facilitating obviously as well. He'll dominate the game offensively and defensively. It is fantastic to watch. Miami was in control for most of this game. Their biggest lead was 13, but late in the game, Boston came back and actually took the lead. But then Kyle Lowry tied the game with a 3, and then Jimmy Butler went and gave them the lead right back, and then they never trailed again. Facing elimination, some players and some teams just crumble and die, and other times that's when the most competitive games happen, and you love to see it. The Heat won this one 111-103 and ended up forcing Game 7. Anyway, y'all, that's my list. Do you agree with it? Post in the comments and let me know. Would you swap the order of any of them? Let me know. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.